हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन शोधन। यशोधानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीर यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यशोधनन्दन यमुनातीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna. Jaya Radha Vinod Radha Vinod Radhe. Jai Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva. Subhadramaya Jai Sudarshana Jaya Jaya. Jaya Nityananda Natavara Gaura Sundar. Nityananda Natavara Gaura Sundar. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you for this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class, Sunday morning class. Is it audible? Volume? Volume up. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 20, text number 24. Is it better now? This chapter is entitled Lord Vishnu's appearance in the sacrificial arena of Patu Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So this is text number 24. न कामयेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयन्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामयेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामयेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः माताजी न कामेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः अहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः न कामयेनाथ तदप्यहं क्वचिन् न यत्र युष्मच्चरणाम्बुजासवः महत्तमान्तर्हृदयान्मुखच्युतो विधत्स्वकर्णायुतमेष मे वरः What word meaning? No, not. Kame, do I desire. Natha, O Master. Tat, that. Api, even. Aham, I. Kvachit, at any time. No, not. Yatra, where. Yusmat, your. Charanambuja, of the lotus feet. Asavaha, the nectarian beverage. Mahattama, of the great devotees. Antaha Hridayat, from the core of the heart. Mukha, from the mouth. Chataha, being delivered. Vidhatsva, give. Karana, ears. Ayudam, 1,000,000. Eshaha, this, may, my. Varaha, Benediction. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1,000,000 years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouths of your pure devotees. Purport. In the previous verse, Maharaj Pruta addressed the Lord as Kaivalyapati, the master of the liberation of merging into his existence. This does not mean that he was anxious for Kaivalya liberation. That is made clear in this verse. My dear Lord, I do not want such a benediction. Maharaj Prutu wanted to have 1,000,000 years to hear the glories of the lotus feet of the Lord. He specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord should emanate from the mouths of pure devotees, who speak from the cores of their hearts. It is stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukhamukhat Amrita Dravasamyutam. The nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam became more relishable because it emanated from the mouth of Srila Shukadeva Goswami. One might think that these glories of the Lord can be heard from anywhere, from the mouths of either devotees or non-devotees. But here it is specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord must emanate from the mouths of pure devotees. Sri Sanatana Goswami has strictly prohibited hearing from the mouths of non-devotee. There are many professional reciters of Srimad Bhagavatam who speak the narrations very ornamentally. But a pure devotee does not like to hear from them because such glorification of the Lord is simply a vibration of material sound. But when heard from the mouth of pure devotee, the glorification of the Lord is immediately effective. The words Satam Prasangan Mama Virya Samvidaha mean that glorification of the Lord is potent when uttered from the mouth of a pure devotee. The Lord has innumerable devotees all over the universe, and they have been glorifying the Lord since time immemorial for an unlimited time. But still, they cannot completely finish enumerating the glories of the Lord. Pruta Maharaj therefore wanted innumerable years, as Rupa Goswami also desired to have millions of years and millions of tongues to chant and hear the glorification of the Lord. In other words, if our ears are always engaged in hearing the glorification of the Lord, there will be no scope for hearing the Mayavad philosophy, which is doomed to spiritual progress. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that if anyone hears from a Mayavadi philosopher preaching about the activities of the Lord, even if it is a description from the Vedic literature, he is ultimately doomed. By hearing such Mayavada philosophy, one cannot come to the destination of spiritual perfection of life. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरत्रिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतां। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome all for the Srimad Bhagavatam class today morning. I seek everybody's blessings so that I can speak something beneficial from this pure production of Bhagavatam for the pleasure of the Lord and for the pleasure of Vaishnavas and for my purification. So here these couple of verses are spoken by Uttam Maharaj, glorifying the Lord and seeking benedictions from the Lord. Actually, this is an interesting episode because this is the fight between two devotees, Prithu Maharaj and Indra. Generally, we see that demons and demigods they fight. They have some problem, mutual misunderstandings and fights. But here, two devotees. Indra is a devotee, he is Devaraj, residing in Swarga, controlling all the affairs of the universe. He is also worshipping the Lord every day. He is also doing morning program. It is said that when Indra offers bhoga to the Lord, Lord personally comes and accepts. And here is Prithu Maharaj, who is also a great devotee. He is also performing yajnas. He has already done 99, not for his own personal benefit, not for increasing his name and fame, but for welfare of the society, for the pleasure of the Lord. He is doing that. And then there is misunderstanding or perception problem, we can say. Indra perceived that Pruthu is my enemy. Why? Because he is becoming more popular than me. Because he is Indra had the title of Shatakratu, one who has performed 100 yajnas, Ashwamedha yajnas, which is a very great achievement. But here we see that Prithu Maharaj is also coming to that level. I have done 100, then he is also coming to 100. So it means he is competing with me. He is competing for my post. He is competing to become better than me. So I will not allow this. So Indra, although a great devotee, but it is said that he is a mixed devotee. Right? So what is the nature of demigods? Demigods have devotion to the Lord and they also have tendency for material enjoyment. Demons have only tendency for material enjoyment. Pure devotees have only desire to serve the Lord, but mixed devotees have both. Sometimes they want to serve the Lord, sometimes they want to enjoy material life also. So they are in between. So sometimes you will see that mixed devotees, they are very nicely worshipping the Lord. And sometimes you will see their other side that they want to enjoy material life and they have envy in their heart, they have greed, some pride. Hare Krishna. So the lust, anger, pride, envy, illusion, they are there, they are not fully gone. But pure devotees, they are liberated. They're completely pure. And materialistic people, they are fully into ignorance. But in between, those who are sadhakas, klishyanti antarito janaha, dvaimo sukhamedete klishyanti antarito jana. Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto says that two people are happy. Right? Yasya buddhe param gataha. Those whose intelligence has already reached Krishna, they are happy. And yasya mudhatama loke. And those who are foolish, ignorant, they are also happy because they don't know anything about spiritual life. They are happy. They don't even know that something like spiritual life exists, and they're happy doing their sense gratification. So ignorance is bliss. That is for them, fools. And the other side, they are pure devotees whose consciousness has already reached the Supreme Lord. They are happy. But in between, those who want to serve the Lord, those who know that they have to serve the Lord, those who know that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, I am part and parcel of Krishna, I am coming from a spiritual world, but I am now stuck up here. So they know this, but they are not able to give up material tendencies because of they are dominated by Tamoguna and Rajaguna. They are helpless. So they sometimes fall back to their old habits. So they are miserable. People in between are miserable. So that's why you will see that Indra, right, in general is good, but sometimes this wrong tendencies which are there in the heart, they show up. But one good quality of these demigods is they are fully obedient to the Supreme Lord. When the Supreme Lord interferes and says, Indra, stop this, or Lord chastises him, they accept the chastisement, they try to rectify themselves, again reinstate. Lord never removed Indra from his position, either in Govardhan Leela or Parijat Leela, where Krishna went to take the tree, either in this Prutu Maharaj Leela, what else? So these are some famous episodes, but you'll never see Lord saying that no, you get out, we'll put somebody else. No, never happened. But Lord gave chance to Indra. Okay, you have realized you have made a mistake. Okay, continue the service because service is purifying. Without service, how will they get purified? So Lord reinstates them in the service and lets them go on doing the service. So because the devatas are fully obedient to the Lord. Another episode is Samudra Manthan Leela. In Samudra Manthan Leela, Lord favored the side of Indra because they're devotees. Evam Sura Suragana Samadesha Kala. Right? The last verse of Samudra Manthan Leela says that Sura Asuragana, both of them, they were in the same time, same place, same purpose, same kind of endeavors they did for getting the Amrita, but Phala Viparya, they got the reverse results. Means Asuras got the reverse result, they didn't get the Amrita, and Devatas got the Amrita. Why? Because Devatas are completely obedient to the Supreme Lord. So, although they have material tendencies, but they are obedient to the Supreme Lord. That's a Lord favors them and gives them chances to improve and get purified. So when Pruta Maharaj was told to sacrifice the 100th sacrifice, Lord became pleased. Sometimes when there is conflict between two devotees, the conflict arises because maybe envy or whatever it may be. So then the devotee who takes the humble stand, he pleases the Lord. Pruta Maharaj agreed to not do the sacrifice. Of course, it was instructed by Brahma. And Brahmaji told, okay, you sacrifice. Then the Lord became very pleased and Lord appeared on the sacrificial arena. Generally, we see that when we do Purnavati, when yajna is complete, then the Lord appears. But here we see that Lord appeared by not doing the yajna because Prutu Maharaj did a higher yajna of cooperation, cooperating with the authority of Brahmaji. So when So that's why cooperation is more pleasing to the Lord than personal achievements. In the Prithu Maharaj dynasty come great Prachetas, right? So Prachetas, they also pleased the Lord. They did their tapasya. But there the Lord says that I am happy with you because of your cooperation. Varam vrinidvam bhadram vo यूयं मे नृपनन्दनाहं सौहार्देन पृथक् धर्म तुष्टोऽहं सौहृदेन. Because you have performed this devotional service with great cooperation, Sauhardena, with great friendship. I am happy with your friendship because two great tapasvi is very difficult to stay together. Like if you go to Himalayas also, every Baba station is different cave. You don't see two Babas staying in one cave because it's very difficult to cooperate. But when we come to devotional community, hundreds of devotees can be in the same under the same umbrella and they can happily cooperate because they don't have envy or pride that I am the greatest. But two yogis cannot stay together. So Lord is saying, 10 of you did tapasya together. I am very pleased with this cooperation and not with your austerities. So that's why the Lord appeared on Garuda and he got down from Garuda and then he blessed Prithu Maharaj and he told Prithu Maharaj, actually, those who are ignorant of the soul, they actually have material desires and they have the tendency for material enjoyment and envy and hatred like that. But those who know that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul and I am part and parcel of Krishna and I am supposed to serve Krishna, they do not, they see everybody equally, they see everybody with spiritual vision and they do not hate anyone. Right? In Bhagavad Gita also it is said, no? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmani Gavihastini Shuni Cheva Shupake Cha Pandita Samadarshini. So a devotee of the Lord sees everybody with same vision, equal vision, and then he doesn't hate anyone. So Prithu Maharaj, you have sacrificed your yajna and you have greatly pleased me. I am very, very happy with you. So I want to give you a benediction. Please ask some benediction. So the Lord is telling him, because I am very pleased with you, I want to offer you something. And Prithu Maharaj was in great ecstasy, seeing the Lord and hearing from the Lord. So he could not speak. He was waiting. Then the Lord was also waiting. Lord was supposed to depart, but seeing the devotion of Prithu Maharaj, it is said that Lord stayed back. And it is also mentioned that Lord became so much touched by the devotion of Prithu Maharaj that he lost his balance and he took hold. Garuda was standing, he took support of Garuda to stand. So that is a kind of devotion which moves the Lord. It is said that the Lord can be captured only by devotion. Lord is not Jnani Vatsala nor Yogi Vatsala. Lord is Bhakta Vatsala. Right? So Bhaktyaham Ekaya Grahyam. Only by devotion you can attain me. We can conquer me. Bhakti Baddham. Damodar Leela, we see that how Lord is Bhakti Baddha, bound by the ropes of devotion. So then Prithu Maharaj starts offering his prayers. The previous verse we saw last week. Varan vibho tvadvaradeshwaradbudah katam vrinite gunavikriyatmanam yenarakanam apisanti dehinam tanisha kaivalyapate vrinena cha. So Prithu Maharaj began with this verse. He's saying, Varan vibho, O Lord, you are the best of the benedictors. Varada Ishvara, or in South India we say Varda Raja, the king of all benedictors. So, Vardeshwara, from Lord, why should I ask for materialistic benedictions which are aspired by foolish people who are in the modes of material nature? Katham vrinite gunavikriyatmanam. Right? Those who are infected by modes of material nature, they ask for material benedictions. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, all those things. They are asked by whom? By people those are infected by the modes. But intelligent people, Buddha, those who are intelligent, they will not ask for such materialistic benedictions. Because such kind of material benedictions are available even for animals and even in hellish planets. Ye narakanam apisanti, dehinam, those who have got material body, right, on this planet, they automatically get happiness and distress as per their previous karmas. You don't have to endeavor for material happiness and distress, doesn't it? Prahlad Maharaj also says, Sukham Maindarikam Detya Deha Yogena Dehina Sarvatra Labhyate Devad Yatha Dukkham Yatnataha. Nobody wants suffering, but suffering automatically comes. Similarly, you don't have to aspire for happiness. Happiness will also automatically come. So there are times in our life where there is happy time, happy phase, and materially happy phase, and then there is materially bad phase, then good phase and bad phase. Keeps coming and going. When the grahas are traveling, the grahas keep giving our own karma. जितना stock है वो खाली करते जाते हैं. And sometimes it's good phase, sometimes bad phase. So devotee doesn't ask for more material comforts. Neither he asks for material miseries. Right? One should learn to tolerate material happiness and material miseries and steadily go on in Krishna consciousness. Like we can learn from the prayer of Kulashekar Maharaj where he is telling, Oh Lord, whatever is supposed to come according to my purva karmas, let it come. But let my mind be fixed on you, O Lord. That's what he is asking in the benediction. Right? Nasta dharmaye navasunuchaye naiva kamopabhoge yad bhavyam tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanu rupam. What your wealth is supposed to come, let it come as per my previous karma. I'll take it. But I don't hanker for more. Right? Nasta dharmaye navasunuchaye naiva kamopabhoge and material enjoyment. Whatever is supposed to come, how much you are supposed to eat, how much you are supposed to sleep, that will come. The pleasure of eating, sleeping, mating, defending, it will come. But Kulishakar is telling, let my aspiration is what? Etat prarthya mavatam janva jannamantaripi tatpadamborihagata nischala bhaktirastu. Let my mind be fixed on your two lotus feet. That is his aspiration. So we can learn what is the aspiration from this wonderful devotees. Pruth Maharaj also is praying the same thing. Oh Lord, I do not want material pleasures, but you are mukti. You can give mukti. You are kaivalyapati. Tanisha kaivalyapate vrinenasha. Oh kaivalyapati. So Pruth Maharaj is addressing the Lord as kaivalyapati, the master of liberation. So then the Lord is thinking, do you want liberation? Pruth Maharaj says, no, I don't even want liberation. Because these three verses are connected to each other. That has to be, these three have to be discussed. Even the next verse also is in connection to this verse. So in this verse he's telling, Na kamayanata tadapi. I do not hanker for liberation also. Please don't misunderstand me. Oh Lord, I'm addressing you as Kaivalapati. It doesn't mean that I want liberation. I don't want that also. Tadapi aham na kame. I don't want that also. Then what do you want? No, why don't you want that? The Lord may ask Pruth Maharaj. You said I'm Kaivalapati, but you are saying that I don't want that also. Why don't you want? Because whole world is anchoring for liberation. You ask any Indian, what is the ultimate goal of life? He will tell, mukti. Mukti chahiye. Everybody is hankering for mukti. And you are telling, I don't want mukti. Why? Because na yatra yusmat charanambujasavaha. Because in mukti there is no tinge of nectar of your lotus feet. Charanambujasavaha. Ambuja means lotus. Within the lotus there is a special nectar which the honeybees want to drink. But in mukti, in Kaivalya, there is no nectar of your lotus feet. So I don't want to be there. So I want to be where your service is there. Then where is the nectar? It's in the heart of the devotees. In the lotus heart of the devotees is the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Mahattamantar hridayan mukhachuto vidhatsva karnayuta meshame varaha. So this is the anchoring of Prutu Maharaj. He is telling that in the heart of the devotees is the nectar of Krishna Prema. And when they speak Krishna Katha, so that nectar comes out in the form of sound vibration. And when that sound vibration comes out, I want to drink that sound vibration. So I need millions of ears. Karanayutam eshamevaraha. So this is the benediction he is asking for. So such a pure aspiration. So now if Lord comes to us right now and says, hey, what's वर मांगो क्या वर चाहिए तुमको? Right? Right. Last time I think Hare Krishna Prabhu was telling that story of one lady was carrying a wood on her left shoulder, and it was very painful because she was carrying for a long distance. The Lord came in front of her because she was praying to the Lord for help. And the Lord asked, what do you want? Oh, it's too painful. Can you shift from this shoulder to this shoulder? What is the use of such a benediction? Isn't it? The burden remains with you, isn't it? Right. So similarly, people who are ignorant of spiritual life or spiritual bliss, they say, oh Lord, this problem has come, please remove this problem and give me some another problem. Dukkha aushadam tadapi dukkham atadhyaham. So they ask for another problem. But intelligent people, don't ask, like, means another problem is what some people, suppose they are having some health crisis. They say, oh Lord, please remove this health crisis. And they become healthy, and then they engage their body in sense gratification. Again, another problem will come, isn't it? Right? Once one senior devotee was sick, and one spiritual master came to meet him. He asked, how are you? He said, I'm blissfully suffering, Maharaj. Be in this situation, blissfully suffer. Because sometimes, what do you hanker for? What should you aspire for? Healthy body, a healthy body by which one can do sense gratification, or a sickly body so that one can remember Krishna. Isn't it? So, because when body is healthy, people have tendency to do sense gratification. But when the body is sick, they can't do sense gratification. And only resort is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. They keep praying to Krishna, oh Lord, please give me your shelter. So what should you prefer? Right? So one Maharaj is telling you, prefer a sickly body with remembrance of Krishna. Right? Kuntiman is also praying the same thing. Oh Lord, please give me sufferings so that I can think of you. Vipada santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yatsyat apunar bhava darshanam. Right? In suffering, we easily remember Krishna. But in happiness, it's very difficult to remember Krishna. Right? दुख में सब हरि भजे सुख में भजे न कोई. Right? What is that song? यदि सुख में हरि भजे दुख काहे का होए. If you always remember Krishna, even in happiness, where is distress? Isn't it? So it is better to suffer and remember Krishna rather than be healthy and forget Krishna. Right? So here Prithu Maharaj is hankering for hearing Krishna Katha with millions and millions of years. This is the right aspiration. Instead of asking the Lord for something material, ask for something spiritual. But even if somebody is asking for material things, Krishna says, Udara, he is Udara, Udara Sarva Evete. That four kinds of people come to Krishna. Artho, Jignasu, Artharthi, Jnani. Okay. And Krishna said that Jnani is the best among all because he is coming with the understanding that I am the Supreme Lord. He is the best. Tesham Jnani Nityokta Eka Bhakti Vishishate. He is special. But other three also Krishna says Udara Sarva Evete. They are very good people. They are very big-hearted people because they are giving some time to me. Right? They are giving a lot of time to other things, but they are giving some time to me. That's why they are very Udara, he says. Artho, one who is suffering, he comes to the Lord and prays, oh Lord, please remove the suffering from my life. Artharthi, he is having some financial crisis. He is praying to the Lord for some mitigation of financial crisis. Artharthi. And Jignasu, he has a lot of doubts and he has questions. So he comes to the Lord, attends satsang and does asks many questions and debates to increase his understanding about the truth. So all three are also good, but the best is Jnani. But the wonderful thing about coming to Krishna is in whichever way a person comes to Krishna, he becomes a devotee. Right? So in Chaitanya Charitamrita they said that, Hey Murkha, Ami Vignya. He says there's foolish people, they give up nectar and they ask for poison. But I am more intelligent than them. So why should I give them poison? Swacharanamrita diya vishaya bhulayaipa. Lord Chaitanya is telling that I will not give them material benedictions. I will give it in such a way that they will forget Visha and they will take up Amrita of Krishna consciousness. So that's how merciful the Lord is. That even if somebody comes to Krishna with material desires, he will purify them. Any examples? Dhruva Maharaj. Does anybody have a material desire as big as Dhruva Maharaj? Somebody may want to become a Crorepati or somebody may want to become like Ambani or Elon Musk. But Dhruva Maharaj wanted to be another Brahma. He wanted a planet bigger than Brahma. And he came with such a big desire. But after doing tapasya under the direction of Narada Muni, and after seeing the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj said, Oh Lord, I don't want anything. Kachan vichinvan apidivya ratnam swamin kritartosmi varam nayache. Oh Lord, I am fully satisfied. I was looking for broken pieces of glass. What is a broken piece of glass? Becoming as rich as Brahma is broken piece of glass. Now I have found a diamond like you. I don't want anything else. So the highest benediction is to attain Krishna. So but foolish people, instead of asking Krishna, they ask something from Krishna. Right? There is a famous story of one king. He went to the forest and he was on an excursion. And he felt very thirsty and hungry, and he could find one home in the entire forest. He sent his minister, go find out if there is some food. The minister went and told, the king has come. Do you have some food? Oh, king has come. My fortune to receive him. Please call him. I'll arrange whatever possible. He arranged some roots and fruits and whatever possible. Then the king came. He sat. He ate everything, and he relaxed for some time. Then while leaving, he was very happy, and he said, "Oh, I'm so happy with you. Please ask something." I want to give you something. Do you want a village? Do you want gold? Do you want whatever you want? I can give you. No, no, sir. My great fortune was to serve you. What else do I aspire for? I don't want anything. No, no, ask something. I want to give you something. So then the person said, no, if you want to give me your friendship. That's good enough. Your good wishes and your friendship. You want my friendship? Then the king thought deeply. So he wants to be my friend. Minister, make arrangement to sit on the rath so that he can sit next to me. So he's my friend now. Okay, and before we reach, in my palace, arrange a room next to my room because I want to be with me. He wants to be with me, so we can talk and we can have a nice time. So arrange a room in the palace. So king picked him up, took him to the palace, gave him facility as good as the king's facility, isn't it? But if the person had asked, oh Lord, okay, I am very poor, so give me some 100 gold coins. Okay, take these gold coins. Be happy. We'll go back. But here he asked friendship. Of course, he genuinely asked to be. He had no ulterior motivations. But the king was so magnanimous that he took him. Similarly, those who are ignorant in this world, they ask something from the Lord. Oh Lord, give me this. Right. Every time they come to temple, they come with a list, wish list. And I want money. I want before NEET exam. They say, no, Lord, please pass me. Right. Right. After that, give me good admission in some college, and after that, give me a job, and so many things they ask. They pray to the Lord. So, but advanced devotees, they don't know and they don't pray anything. They say, "Oh Lord, please do whatever is best for me." They give the choice to the Lord, and they ask service from the Lord. Oh Lord, give me some service opportunity. So when the devotee says, "I want to serve you," okay, come, stay in the temples or be uh, in the altar. Isn't it? He calls you directly to his abode, right? So Kulshekar Maharaj says a nice verse. He says that people in this world, they serve some ordinary leaders or company owners for some material benefit, and still the person or the boss will not be happy, can never be satisfied. No, even if for 24 hours, he will not be satisfied. He'll expect more. That is the nature of this material world. But Krishna is so merciful that if you serve Krishna a little bit, Krishna says, oh, you have served me so nicely. Come, come to my abode. He gives his own planet. Right? He gives you Vaikuntha Loka. Right? So that's how the Lord reciprocates with his devotees. So here, Kulshaka Maharaj, Prutu Maharaj is not asking anything material benediction, nor even Kaivalya. He is asking for association of devotees, and in the association, he is asking for opportunity to hear Krishna Katha. So Sunday morning Bhagavatam class, what we do, or daily morning Bhagavatam class, what we do is nothing but this. What Purtamahar is asking for, that same opportunity we are all getting by the grace of Srila Prabhupada. Before coming to ISKCON, how many of us heard every day Krishna Katha? I never heard. Right? When somebody used to say there is Harikatha going on, oh, that's for old people. I'm young, I'm youth, I'm engineering student. I will not go there. That's for old people. That was a notion. Harikatha means it's for old people. Only after coming to ISKCON, we understood young people can also hear Krishna Katha, Harikatha. Right? Right? So, so it's all grace of Srila Prabhupada. It's his benediction on us. And Srila Prabhupada is making very important points here in this purport. So he is not aspiring for Kaivalya, but he is aspiring for hearing Krishna Katha. So one first important point which Prabhupada mentions is Hari Katha should be heard from the lips of pure devotees. Okay. He specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord should emanate from the mouths of pure devotees who speak from the cores of their heart. Shukamukad Drava Samyutam. Even beginning of Bhagavatam talks about Shukadev Goswami speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. When the devotees, pure devotees speak Bhagavatam, it becomes more relishable. When the fruit is touched by the beak of the parrot, the fruit is more tastier. Similarly, when Bhagavatam is already sweet, it's Madhuram, but when it is spoken by pure devotees, it becomes even more sweet. Right? And that's our parampara. It's coming down. Shukamukha Damrata Drava Samvitam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Moharaho Rasika Bhuvibhavaka. So the Rasika Bhaktas, they have tasted and they have given it to their disciples, and then they have tasted and given it. Like this, it's coming down in parampara. And Srila Prabhupada has actually taken the essence of all the teachings of the previous acharyas and given it in the purport. So our first introduction to Srimad Bhagavatam is through Srila Prabhupada's purports. So it's very important, and it is like the most nourishing thing for the soul is Srila Prabhupada's purports. At his Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu, when he came, so he was telling that when a person is in ICU, he can't eat any solid food nor liquid food, so he is given IV, right, intravenous injection. So for the conditioned souls who do not have any knowledge of Shastra, who do not know how to read shlokas, and don't even know ABCD of the Shastras, so Srila Prabhupada has made IV bottle and he is giving us, injecting it. And so that by slow injections, we get strength and we become recovered. Right? Prabhuji also says it's compared to Ganji. No? When you can't eat anything, what do you eat? You eat Ganji. No? Prabhupada purports are like Ganji, which you can drink and then you get strength. Isn't it? So this is the most important thing. Prabhupada's purport, just by reading Prabhupada's purport, many big people have become devotees and they have started chanting Hare Krishna. Just by reading Prabhupada books. That's a book distribution is the most important service within ISKCON. Right? Then also it was the most important. Now also it is the most important service. So those who are doing book distribution, they are very much pleasing Srila Prabhupada. One might think that these glories of the Lord can be heard from anywhere, from the mouths of either devotees or non-devotees. But here it is specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord must emanate from the mouths of pure devotees. So one cannot hear from anybody and everybody. One should hear from a right source. Right? It's like medicines, you can't take from anywhere and anywhere. Anybody and anybody. So you have to take from a proper authorized doctor, then he'll prescribe proper medicines. When you take that, then the disease gets cured. Similarly, when you hear Krishna Katha, it has to be from bona fide parampara. So only then it has effect. Avaishnavod mukodgirna putam harikatamritam Shravanam naiva kartavyam sarpochishta yathapayah. Right? Sanatan Goswami says that if you hear Krishna Katha from a Vaishnava, okay, very clearly mentions a Vaishnava. जो वैष्णव नहीं है, means even if he is a impersonalist sadhu, even if he is a great yogi, they all fall in the category of a Vaishnava. If somebody doesn't accept Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he is a Vaishnava. So hearing Harikatha from such people is like drinking milk which is touched by the fangs of the snake. Right? Suppose you in your kitchen you see a snake and you see an open milk vessel. Will you ever drink that milk? Right? Because the snake has touched it. So it becomes poisonous. So if we drink, we will die. So similarly, when we hear Harikatha from unauthorized people, then it is like hearing poison. Okay? Poison. Why is it called compared to poison? Because it kills our service attitude. It kills our devotional tendencies. So that's why it's compared to poison. Especially Mayavad. The dangerous thing among all, dangerous people among all Vaishnavas are Mayavadis. Mayavada Bhashya Sunile Hoy Sarvanash, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Because Mayavadis, they think that I am God. मैं भगवान हूँ. And when you hear that concept, then we also think, हाँ मैं भी भगवान हूँ. Then if I am God, then why should I serve Krishna? I should accept service. That kind of wrong tendencies will come. So service attitude is immediately killed by hearing Mayavada. Who is Sarvanashi? Mahaprabhu says. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to be very unhappy when somebody spoke Mayavad. Right? Once Advaita Acharya did a drama. Because Advaita Acharya was always worshipped by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whenever Lord met him, he will offer obeisances, will serve Advaita Acharya because he's considered him like a senior Vaishnava. So Advaita Acharya wanted some chastisement. So once in Shantipur, he started giving Mayavad Katha. He started speaking the philosophy of Mayavad. And then the news reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Advaita Acharya is talking Mayavad. Is it? So then Lord Chaitanya came running. Then he started beating Advaita Acharya. He was speaking Mayavad, boom, 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 he started beating. And Advaita Acharya was in ecstasy, crying and rolling on the ground, taking beatings from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, now my life is successful because Lord Chaitanya is beating me. He's chastising. So then Lord understood, oh, he was doing a drama of speaking Mayavad. So, Mayavad Bhashya Sunile Hoy Sarvanash. Lord Chaitanya is very upset when somebody spoke Mayavad. And in fact, Lord Chaitanya himself defeated so many Mayavadi philosophers. Saroham Bhattacharya, Prakash Ananda, Saraswati, and his thousands of disciples. He defeated all of them. So one should not hear from Mayavadis. And who is a Mayavadi? How do you know who is a Mayavadi? Right? Nowadays, many people speak, even Mayavadis speak Bhagavatam Katha. Nowadays, because Bhagavatam is very famous, Bhagavad Gita is very famous. You advertise Bhagavad Gita, you'll get thousands of followers. So even Mayavadis have Bhagavad Saptahas, Bhagavad Kathas. And they will also speak nice Krishna Lila. They'll have band baja. They will have some musicians. In between, they will have dance, right? And sometimes during Katha, they'll bring a child as Krishna and then make it more entertaining. And some people cry also in the Katha. They speak with great emotions. But inside their heart, they think that I am only Krishna. I am only Rama. In Chaitanya Lila, there is one person called Ramdas Vishwas. He was always chanting Ram, 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 Ram. So once one devotee was coming to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think it was Raghunath Das Goswami, Bhatta Goswami. So he was coming with Ramdas. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, but he completely ignored Ramdas Vishwas. So that when he was told that Ramdas is also there, he's always chanting the holy name of the Lord, Mahaprabhu ignored him further. He rejected him. He said, this person, he is chanting Ram Nam, because he wants to become Ram. So that's also Mayavadi. Even Mayavadis chant Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That devotees chant, and Mayavadis also chant. When I was in the initial days of my Krishna consciousness, we had one program in Omkara Hills. So we just went there, and there was one Swamiji. I told him Hare Krishna. He said Namo Narayana. Oh, he's chanting Narayana name. Namo Narayana. No, I also said Namo Narayana. So then I went back and I shared my experience with my mentor. Pruji, I went there and that Swamiji was telling Namo Narayana. You fool, he chastised me. He's not Hare Krishna or he's not chanting a Narayana. He's telling your Narayana, Namo Narayana. When Mayavadi say Namo Narayana, it's actually they're telling your Narayana. And I'm your Nara Narayana in the human form. Right? And his poor person is Daridra Narayana. His dog is dog Narayana. Very offensive philosophy. Then I realized, my God, it's very difficult to understand who is Mayavadi and who is a Vaishnava. Anybody who chants Narayana Nama is not actually a devotee. His intention also has to be seen. Right? Once my Guru Maharaj, he writes in his book Journey Home that when he was coming from, I think, Mithila, he met one devotee. He was always chanting Ram, 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 Ram. So then Maharaj thought he is a great devotee of Ram, so he was associating with him. And one day that person called Maharaj and said, you want to know the secret why I chant Ram Nam always? Because one day I want to become Ramachandra. That's why I'm chanting. Oh, that was the last day he associated with him. He left him. So it's very difficult to understand who is a devotee. So best is to associate with devotees who are following the Vaishnava tradition, who are devotees of Krishna. Anybody who accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead can associate with him and hear from him, discuss with him, and not with others. And if you meet others, then you should give association. Okay, don't hear from them, but speak to them. Give your association to them and not hear from them. So that is a philosophy. So Sanatana Goswami has strictly prohibited hearing from the mouth of a non-devotee. There are many professional reciters of Srimad Bhagavatam who speak the narrations very ornamentally, right? But a pure devotee does not like to hear from them because such glorification of the Lord is simply a vibration of material sound, isn't it? Right. Once a conference was called of all Dharma Gurus, and Srila Prabhupada was also invited. And one by one, all of them, they're coming and speaking on the stage. Dry philosophy of impersonalism and Mayavad. And Prabhupada's turn was the last. So 1 hour, 2 hours, people are speaking, and Prabhupada is looking around. Everybody is dozing. Right? Everybody is sleeping. And then finally Prabhupada's turn came. So Prabhupada came on the stage. Then he called his devotees. Come up. Bring Murdang Kartal. These people have got bored. Do some kirtan now. And they start doing kirtan. And then small girl Saraswati was also there. She started dancing. And then when she started dancing, then devotees started dancing, and all this crowd stood up. They started dancing, and kirtan went for another half an hour. And then everybody said, "This was the best part of the program, Swamiji. This was the best part of the program." And Prabhupada said, "So you see, this Mayavad philosophy is so boring. Right? Impersonal philosophy is boring, but Krishna consciousness is wonderful. Chanting, dancing, and feasting." So already people are so much fed up of material life, and above that, if you speak about impersonalism, Mayavad, they get more fed up, more frustrated. Right? But if you give them Krishna consciousness, especially Sankirtan, right, more of chanting, then the soul gets bliss, soul gets awakened. So, like if you see Prabhupada, when he spoke lectures, it was very straightforward, simple, down to earth. It is not that Prabhupada spoke with so much of ornamental things and all. It is very simple and straightforward, but it had the desired effect, isn't it? So many people became devotees just by hearing Krishna consciousness from Srila Prabhupada. But there are many others who spoke very ornamentally with great things, but nobody became devotee. Hmm? So simple, straightforward speaking. And even in ISKCON, sometimes people think, oh, if I speak very amazing, in a very ornamental way, with lot of stories and fun and jokes, so people will come like the class. Yes, you'll get thousands of people. They'll clap the hands. They'll get entertained, and they will go. They'll not surrender. But if you want people to surrender to Krishna, then it should be spoken very purely, straightforward, right? Even if there are no jokes, but if you speak very purely, it can awaken the soul. So that's the power of pure vibration. So Harikatha should be heard from the pure devotees and discussed in the association of devotees. So the Lord has innumerable devotees all over the universe, and they have been glorifying the Lord since time immemorial and for an unlimited time. But still they cannot completely finish enumerating the glories of the Lord. It is said that Lord Ananta, with his thousands of mouths, is glorifying the Lord since eternity, and still he has not finished. Such is the glory of the Lord. It's unlimited. That's why Lord's name is Ananta. Ananta means whose names are unlimited, whose activities are unlimited, whose pastimes are unlimited. So that is meaning of Ananta. कभी खत्म नहीं होता. And it's also said in one of the Shastras that if you make all the trees on the planet Earth as pen, make all the ocean water as ink, and make the entire sky as a paper, and keep writing the glories of the Lord, it will never end. So Lord's pastimes are unlimited. In fact, Lord Ananta cannot glorify the pastimes which Lord does in 1 second. In 1 second, Lord does so many unlimited pastimes. That's how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So at least we should be eager to hear some of the glories of the Lord, as Pruthumar is eager to hear. Same prayer which Pruthumharaj has told here is also repeated by Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, he says, Tunde Tandavani Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdhaye Karna Kroda Kadambini Ghatayate Karnarvadebhya Spraham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Janita Kyadbiramurtaihi Krishneti Varnadhyayi. So he says, oh Lord, I don't know how much nectar is in 2 syllables Krishna. Right? Krishna, these 2 syllables have so much nectar, I'm not able to understand how much nectar it is. Because when I say Krishna, I get the experience that I should have thousands of mouths to vibrate Krishna, 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 Krishna. One mouth, one lip is, and 2 lips and 1 tongue is not sufficient. I want thousands of mouths. And I want millions of ears. Karnarbhuda. Arbhuda means the crores. Karnarbhudebhya spraham. So that's the feeling I'm getting. This is personal experience of Rupa Goswami. Our experience may be different. Okay. It is experience of Rupa Goswami. That's why he is glorifying like this. And we all glorify as per our own experience, no? Certain things. It is no. Then he is saying, Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim. So when I vibrate the sound with my lips, and then when I hear from the ear, the sound vibration enters my heart, Cheta Prangana, in the courtyard of my heart. And when Hare Krishna mantra enters my heart, all my senses become captured. Sarvendriyanam kritim. Vijayate sarvendri. All my senses become conquered by that power of the holy name. Means the senses become spiritual. They don't want to do anything material. That's the meaning of victory over the senses. Vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim. Nojane janita kyadbhiramurtaihi krishneti varnadvai. I'm not able to understand how much nectar is. Even he is not able to understand. He's just able to tell his experience, but experience he cannot. The quantity of nectar he cannot describe. So same thing Pruthumar is also telling that Krishna Katha is so wonderful that I want thousands and thousands of ears to hear Krishna Katha. Fill my ears. See, when we want to eat or drink something, there's a limitation. Right? Maybe you can eat 5 or 10 gulab jamuns. After that, bus. If you give juice to drink in this hot summer, you can drink maybe 1 liter. Right? Even if you keep 10 liters in front, we can't drink that much. But ears is such a thing that you can keep on hearing unlimitedly. You can hear for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 24 hours. Parikshit Maharaj heard for 24/7, non-stop, and still he was not satisfied. Right? He says that no, oh Shukdev Goswami, I am not satiated. Please continue speaking Harikatha. Don't think that I am tormented by hunger and thirst. Na ati dussaha kshanbam. This generally hunger and thirst are very difficult to tolerate. No? Maybe for one day Nirjala Ekadashi we can do, but every day fasting is impossible, difficult to tolerate. But Parikshit Maharaj is telling, no, I am not bothered by hunger and thirst. Although 4 days has passed without food, this beginning of 10th canto, he is telling this experience. Although I have not eaten anything for a couple of days, I am not troubled by this. Continue speaking because I am hearing the nectar of Krishna Katha from your lips. I am satisfied. Please continue speaking. So this is how pure devotees have this experience that they never get tired of hearing Krishna Katha. If we are getting tired of hearing Krishna Katha means we have not yet awakened the taste. If somebody has really awakened the taste, he will feel as if the Katha should continue on and on. Right? And he is not, even if there is class after class, he will continue hearing different classes from different devotees. Sometimes when you go to yatras like Mayapur, Vrindavan, so many options. Morning this class is going on, after that some holy name seminar going on, after that some kirtan going on, after that some Damodarashtam going on, something. Right? A pure devotee, a devotee was developed the taste, he will relish it. Whole day he can spend hearing and chanting. Right? But new devotees when they go to Dham, say, प्रभु जी अभी नेक्स्ट क्या क्लास है? ओह नहीं प्रभु जी, कुछ साइट सीइंग में जाएंगे क्या? उधर गंगा यमुना में नहा के आएंगे, थोड़ा उधर जाके फोटो लेंगे, थोड़ा पहाड़ चढ़ के आएंगे. People have different taste. Initially they have this taste, alternate taste, but when devotees become like 15-20 years in the moment, when they go to yatra, they just say, प्रभु जी छोड़ दो ना, हमको एक जगह पे बैठ के chanting करेंगे. We'll just chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Can we go to see that place? Then I'll chant. I prefer chanting because they have got through chanting. They are able to enter into the dham. They don't want to do sightseeing because they have realized now that I have come to this dham many times, but I have not seen anything in this dham. I'm just going and doing sightseeing. But now I have realized that when I chant and when I serve, then I will get access to the dham, because dham should be pleased with me. When Vrindavan Dham is pleased with my service, my bhajan, then Dham will give entrance to me. Otherwise, it is not possible to enter the Dham. So that's the realization he gets. I also see many devotees when they come for Kartik Yatra, They don't go anywhere. They just stay in the kitchen, do service, and evening they hear katha. That's all. They don't go to see any place also. So they know if I serve here nicely, I will get the darshan of Dham. If I chant here, if I hear from my Guru, I will get the darshan of the Dham. Dham is revealed through them, not by sightseeing. So when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati took yatra to Vrindavan, Koshi, at that time our Srila Prabhupada went to meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and then announcement was made. So today Guru Maharaj is going to give class. So those who wish to hear, they can hear class. And those who do not wish to hear, they want to go for darshan. Those who want to go to darshan, there is Ananta Shayana temple. You can go for darshan. And those who wish to hear, they can hear. And big number chose to go for darshan. And some selected some 20-30 people sat in the class. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, pure devotee, was speaking. Went on speaking 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Went on speaking Harikatha. And in that audience also somebody had service, they had to get up and go. Somebody had to go for nature call and this and that. So, but our Abhay Charan, he sat. Who later became Abhay Charana in the Bhaktivedanta Swami, he sat. He didn't get up. And Prabhupada says that Guru Maharaj is speaking. I could not understand everything, but I like to hear. I like to sit and hear, but I didn't understand everything, but I was sitting and hearing. This is what pleased his Guru Maharaj. And later on, when initiation name was recommended, oh, Abhay, I know him. Just call him, I'll give him initiation. Then he gave him the name Abhay Charanarvinda Das. Then later he became Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So, in this way, one should like to hear from Guru and not just sightseeing. Because with our eyes, what can we see? We will see only stone. Bhakti Siddhanta Sir used to say, why are you doing eye exercise? Seeing like this up and down. No. With eye exercise, you cannot attain Krishna. You sit and hear, then you can see Krishna. Right? Means he was saying that going to temple, taking darshan, going to different places and seeing, taking photos, that's called eye exercise. But through eye exercise, you cannot see Krishna. We can see Krishna through ears. Shruta Ikshita Pata. Our path is what? Shruta Ikshita Pata. We see through the ears, not by the eyes. So impersonal tendencies may come in Krishna consciousness also. We'll just end with this. Right now we are talking about Kaivalya. Sometimes devotees, instead of aspiring for seva, they aspire for Kaivalya within bhakti. I just noted some points like impersonal tendencies in bhakti, tendency to relax and not take initiatives for service. राइट गुरु जी मेरा चैंटिंग हो गया, बस मॉर्निंग सुबह आए थे हम, प्रसाद लिया है हमने से कुछ सेवा नहीं गुरु जी, तो टेंशन होता है सेवा में, नहीं नहीं लेंगे ना, बस दैट्स कॉल्ड impersonal tendency. He wants to relax in bhakti. राइट हम गार्डन में आके बैठे थे प्रभु जी, ड्यूटी के साथ बात कर रहा था, वो प्रसाद के टाइम में बात कर रहा था. टेंडेंसी टू रिलैक्स इन भक्ति, being satisfied with own sadhana and not preaching. Guruji, my 16 notes over, Guruji. Morning में हो गया, Guruji. Then what? You can go and preach. Tell us many people are new people are coming in temple hall. Why not you give them mala and make them chant? Guruji, why to disturb them? Let them peacefully sit and go, na. Right? He feels that giving them a holy name is like disturbing them. So means what? He is not yet become fixed up devotee. No, he feels that no chanting is disturbing. Tendency to be lonely and peaceful and not associate with devotees. No? Some people have this tendency also. मुझे मैं अकेला छोड़ दो, मैं एक कोने में बैठूंगा, मैं अपना काम करूंगा, फिर चले जाऊंगा. But the many devotees are doing service, but he doesn't want to assist them in seva, assist them in their services. No? And lack of service attitude is also another symptom of Kaivalya, right? See, Kaivalya means what? That liberation, mukti. A lot of tension in this world. मुझे peace चाहिए. So a tendency for having peace, being peaceful, that's an impersonal tendency within bhakti. But is Vrindavan a peaceful place? Is Vrindavan peaceful place? Yes? No. Even when Krishna was in Vrindavan, Vrindavan is the most disturbed place. Kamsa was sending one after other Rakshasas. Trinavarta, Putana, Agasura, Bagasura, and Vrajavasis are always in anxiety. Is Krishna okay? If Krishna has gone to the forest, when is he coming back? Is he coming back? Oh, he's getting late. Constantly in anxiety. So this anxiety is Krishna consciousness. Was Yashoda Mata peaceful? She was always wondering, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Is stealing butter? He is stealing clothes. I'm hearing complaints from neighbors. And constantly, there was no peace in Vrindavan, but there was love. Vrindavan is not a place of peace, it is a place of love. And where there is love, there is anxiety, there is no peace. Right? Where there is love, suppose parents have a child, they love the child, they're always in anxiety. Bacha kahan hai? If they don't see the child for a few minutes, then they will kahan gaya? Don't. Isn't it? So that is called love. So when you love Krishna, we take anxiety for serving Krishna. So ISKCON society is not a peaceful society. It's a society for love. And when there is love, there has to be some anxieties, for Krishna, for preaching Krishna consciousness. And these are not material anxieties. Material anxieties takes us into depression, stress, anxiety. But spiritual anxiety for serving Krishna uplifts us, makes us more blissful. Right? So bliss is higher than peace. Okay. And peace is higher than suffering. So there is suffering, there is peace, and there is bliss. If you want peace, then you'll miss the bliss. Okay. But if you get bliss, you'll get peace also, you'll get bliss also. So there is a kind of thing. So one should try to serve Krishna. And service attitude means we should try to take some initiatives, some anxieties for Krishna. Like some devotees run the temple and they take anxiety for temple. How many devotees are coming? How much prasad to cook? Right? How to arrange the festival? How to do decoration? How to do the right? All the management things are there. So that is anxiety. And Srila Prabhupada was always in anxiety to increase the movement. Right? Once in the middle of the night, Prabhupada got up at 12 o'clock and he woke up his duty. Why are you sleeping? Prabhupada, is midnight, 12 o'clock, I'm sleeping. I am not sleeping. Why are you sleeping? Prabhupada, you are pure devotee. Why are you not pure devotee? Because Prabhupada was in so much anxiety for spreading Krishna consciousness that he could not sleep only. Middle of night, he'll get up and plan, oh, how to preach now, in which country to start the program, right? Whom to send there, right? What's happening to this devotee, right? So one devotee went to Pakistan for preaching, right? Prabhupada sent one devotee to Pakistan for preaching. And after a few days, there was a newspaper article, there was a bomb explosion and some Indians have died. Prabhupada in full in anxiety. Is he safe? Is he safe? Right? Because there was no letter from him. And after some days, he came back to Juhu temple and Prabhupada saw him. Yeah, come. And Prabhupada was crying tears and embracing him. You took such a risk for me going to Pakistan and preaching. So I'm so happy with you. And then so how was the experience? Very difficult, Prabhupada. Okay, stay here for some time. After some days, again, he called the devotee. Can you go to Africa? There's a call from Africa. There's opportunity. Go to preach. Yes, Prabhupada. So this is Krishna consciousness. Always be on the toes. Take some anxiety for expanding Krishna consciousness. If you have tendency to be peaceful, then he has not yet understood what is devotion. Devotion means what? Taking anxiety for spreading Krishna consciousness. Another tendency is disinterest in hearing from devotees. Right? inability to appreciate Lord's, you are appreciating Lord's devotees. Somebody is doing some good service, appreciating him, glorifying him. So impersonalists don't glorify each other. And no attraction to the deities in the temple. So people people just see 1 second and then close their eyes. They don't want to see the Lord fully. Right? Actually, when I heard from a senior devotee that you should see the Lord in such detail that when you close the eyes, the form of the Lord should be in your heart. Then you can close the eyes. But if people come in front of the Lord and close their eyes and start praying, give me this, give me that. So they don't have no attraction for deities. So in this has some impersonal tendencies which we can try to overcome within bhakti and try to uh, develop taste for hearing Krishna Katha like Prithu Maharaj. And then it's Hare Krishna. So just to summarize, we discussed today that how the pure devotees are happy and medium devotees, non-devotees, they are also so-called happy. But in between those who are there, they are suffering. So devatas are like that. They are neither pure devotees nor materialistic people. They are in between. And we saw that this pastime of Pruthumara and Indra is a actually dispute between two devotees. And then the Lord came to settle this matter. And Prithu Maharaj took the humble stand, he obeyed, and the Lord was happy with him and he blessed him. He gave darshan to him. So being obedient pleases the Lord. That's what we can learn. Then we also saw that how Prithu Maharaj did not ask for any material benedictions. He could have asked for material things. He could have asked for moksha. But he said, I don't want moksha because in moksha there is no nectar of your lotus feet. So I want to just raise the nectar of your lotus feet. And where is the nectar? It's in the heart of the pure devotees. And how to get that nectar? When you hear from them. Mahattamantar Hridayan Mukhachuto. So when the devotees speak, then the nectar comes out, then we can hear and we can relish. And how to hear, from whom to hear? One should hear from only Vaishnavas and not hear from non-Vaishnavas, because hearing from non-Vaishnavas, especially Mayavadis, kills our service attitude. And we also saw some examples of Rupa Goswami and Chaitanya Lila, how the devotees are eager to hear Harikatha. And we should also try to develop taste for hearing Harikatha and overcome impersonal tendencies in bhakti. So these are some of the points which we discussed today. I stop here. If there are any comments, any questions, so we can take. I think we have 1 minute time. Yes, pass the mic to.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Wonderful class. This is the best class that I've done. I have many questions, but since you have told me now, little time. So, you said that that poor woman, and she asked to be. God asked, "What do you want?" She asked to be transferred from let's say friends. So when we go to a restaurant, we sit at a table, the waiter comes and he gives us the menu. After some time, he says, what do you want? So means he gives us some time to look at what is the option. Why doesn't the Lord give such an option? Like, this is all that I can give you. Select what you want.
He is giving already.
No, he just asked her, what do you want? But if he gave options, she would have chosen.
In all the Puranas, Shastras, he is giving many options. And he is telling, choose me. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he gave many options. Then finally he said, Saradharam Bhartyaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja.
But what would be here?
Yeah. See, Daksha Prajapati, Lord came in front of him and he said, I want a wife. Pururava, he prayed to the Lord and Lord came in front of him and he said, I want Urvashi. People have these material desires and they have these tendencies, and they will ask according to their level of consciousness, they will ask certain things. So only when you associate with devotees, you will know what are the options. Okay, I should not ask for dhanam, janam, sundarim. I should ask only for mama janmani, janmanishware, bhavatad bhaktir, ahetukitva. So when you hear in the association of devotees, when you sit and hear, then you will understand what is the right aspirations. So our consciousness will get transformed by hearing and by taking responsibility. Two things. First thing is hear Krishna Katha. Second thing is take responsibilities for Krishna. Then we can transform our consciousness. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shivalaji.
Thank you so much for the class. Since it is today's Purushottam starting, what do you suggest and recommend that we should for this month at least what we should
Thank you for reminding. I completely forgot about it. Yeah. So all of you must have read and heard about Purushottamas. So Purushottamas comes once in 3 years. So it was called Malamas, but when Lord Malamas surrendered to the Lord gave the topmost position to this month and said that you will be called by my name, Purushottamas, and anybody who follows devotional austerities in this month will get my blessings. Right. So he gave his own name to this month. It's called Purushottamas. So one can do more of hearing, chanting, reading. For devotees who are already practicing, the lifestyle remains the same. There's no change. You do every day Mangalarti. Don't miss any day Mangalarti. Daily Mangalarti we can come if possible. And then you can hear Bhagavatam every day. You can chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds. Follow 480 principles. Isn't it? And so Prabhupada told to do the same things throughout the year, all years. So every month is Purushottamas for devotees. Right? For devotees, it doesn't make any difference. Every month and every day is like Purushottamas because you attend Mangalarti every day, you hear Bhagavatam every day, you chant 16 rounds every day. But for those who never do this, for them this month is very, very important. You tell them, hey, this is Purushottamas, stop eating meat, stop gambling, stop drinking, chant Hare Krishna. At least this month you do. At least 1 month they will do, then they'll continue after this month also. So there's a way to connect more people to Krishna consciousness. So whatever we are doing, especially all of you fixed up devotees, initiated devotees also. So whatever we are doing, let's improve the quality of our sadhana, whatever we are doing. And then we can, that's how we can follow Purushottamas. And if you want to do, some people say offer lamp, every day you offer lamp in home. Either it's Purushottamas or not, daily you offer lamps, it's going on. But you can tell others also to do this, include others in chanting, offering lamps, doing kirtan, doing satsang. And you can encourage people to buy Bhagavatam in this month, Purushottamas, hear about Purushottama, read about Purushottama. You can encourage people to have Bhagavad Katha at their home. So preachers can go and discuss Bhagavad Katha in devotees' homes or even non-devotees' homes. It's a nice way to do outreach in this month. So that's what is my opinion about this. But just coming here, I had my small clip somebody had sent 5 minutes clip of my Guru Maharaj. He said, every day is Purushottam Yeah, for devotees who are following every day. For them, every day is like. But in these months, Lord gives special offer that Kartik Mas and Purushottam Mas. And you do something little bit, you get 1,000 times more benefit. So that is wonderful thing. So you can लूट लो जिसका दिल चाहे मैं बिक रहा हूँ गली गली Rama naam ke heere moti mein bik raha hu gali gali. So in this month, Lord is distributing freely. लूट लो जितना चाहिए उतना लूट लो गली गली में मैं हरिनाम बिक रहा हूँ. So Navagendra Maharaj sings this song very nicely. So Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will come and distributing and they're telling लूट लो. मैंने खजाना खोल दिया जितना चाहिए उतना लूट लो. So this month is like that. So devotees can grab the opportunity to take more mercy. Hare Krishna. Mataji has. If you have time, otherwise we can stop. We have some announcements, right?
Thank you so much. Just wanted more clarification. Turning on this expression, they come across so many times. Pure devotees pray that for millions of years. Pure Krishna Amrita. So how do we understand this? Because obviously Maharaj was not blessed with millions of years, literally. Later on, maybe we can understand what Kumara's saying gave him this discussion. Does it mean that devotees say that the capacity to hear may be equal to millions of years, or will they be actually be empowered to hear millions of topics of Lord's communities?
Yes, ma'am. So actually it's beyond our experience to explain their experience. As far as we can think of, that they are eager to hear more and more in terms of quantity and quality. Literally, we can't have thousands of years. We only have two. It will remain two only. But in spirit, yes, we can hear abundantly. This goes to show, this kind of verses goes to show their eagerness to hear Krishna Katha from pure devotees. In terms of quantity, they want to hear more. And in terms of quality, from different devotees. Each devotee has got a different flavor of Krishna Katha, wants to hear from different devotees, and also in abundant quantity. So this shows their eagerness to hear Krishna Katha. So that's how we can understand this. Literally, we'll only have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Hare Krishna. Yes, bro.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So let us all thank Prabhu, the bottom of our heart, by loudly chanting once Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As Prabhu said, the reminder that during Srimad Bhagavatam on a daily basis, and Ashoka was Prabhu was also reminding me that why don't we take the opportunity on a daily basis? We have Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya online and as well as the temple. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya at 7:15 and temple is around 8 o'clock. So those who can come in person can attend here at the temple. For those who are living far off, they have the opportunity to hear it online.
Yeah, those who come to temple physically, we can inform. So prasadam will be arranged.
Our bonus is also included. So thank you so much. So please take most benefit out of these two wonderful opportunities. So we have few sponsors today, since it's the most auspicious day. We have today the altar decoration. Gaura would have seen how wonderful the altar today was, and the decoration and garden seva was sponsored and that is special in behalf of Purushottam Mass by Sudevi team, which is led by Vishaka. And we also have Bhagavati Mataji and Sadhana Mataji who sponsored Prashadam today, along with Vishwanath Prabhu here, who's sponsoring today because it's his birthday tomorrow. And we also have Janani Mataji who sponsored Prashadam on occasion of our father, late Sri Varadaraja Prabhu's death anniversary. These devotees are seeking praise from this August assembly here. So let us loudly chant once Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There's beautiful book distribution score that I will just read out. So this was done on behalf of a temple by His Grace Jagan Mohan Gopal Prabhu and his team. The scores are as follows. Srimad Bhagavata, 155 sets. Chaitanya Charitamrita, 12 sets. Bhagavad Gita and Krishna book, 223. And small books, 4,560. That is all once and Hare Krishna. Wonderful devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Those who have not yet collected the Narasimha Abhishekam oil, please do so at the counter. Aradhika Mataji Mataji has the Narasimha oil. Please collect it by displaying your coupons. And those sponsors who have sponsored Prashadam also can go to the counter and collect the Mahaprashadam. And on occasion of Purushottam, we will be having Chaurashtakam. So today we start with Chaurashtakam. I think daily evening also that's the plan. So please stay tuned on the WhatsApp groups for further celebration. You are good answers. So this initiative is also on. Please be seated for just few more minutes. We'll get a chance to read out the 7 purposes of this con. So when Prabhupada began the International Solar Vision Consciousness in New York City in 1966, he formulated a clear mission statement. There are 7 statements, and I'll pass on the mic. We can read one by one. Hare Krishna. So now that is, we get the opportunity to read out. Those who could not get last time, they can get this opportunity.
Hare Krishna. Purpose number 1, to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to the society at large and to educate all the people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. Hare Krishna. To propagate the consciousness of Krishna, God, as it revealed in the great scriptures of India, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. To bring the members of the society together with each other and nearer to Krishna, the prime entity, thus developing the idea within the members and humanity at large that each soul is part and parcel of the quality of Godhead Krishna. Hare Krishna. To teach and encourage the Sankirtana movement, congregational chanting of the holy name of God as revealed in the teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya. Five, to erect for the members and for society at large a holy place of transcendental pastimes dedicated to the personality of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Bring the members closer together for the purpose of teaching the simple natural way of life. Seven, with a view towards achieving the environment to accomplish the discipline, leadership, mindset, and other methods.
Remember when I was in Amsterdam, and I heard the very place had this new sannyasi that just arrived at the very place, and freshly initiated by Srila Prabhupada, and somehow I had a feeling to go, had to get to the very place to meet this person, and just knew had something to do with him. And he came to the very place, I know, he really inspired all the devotees every night. Anyone who was at the very place at the time, this was 71, 72. Everyone would just rush to the evening kids and the lecture, because they knew that this particular devotee was giving the lecture. Srila Prabhupada said to him personally at the time, your college preaching program was my dream, and my dream come true. I remember one event, 1972, Kensington Town Hall. Prabhupada gave this incredible lecture, and then a born-again Christian stood up at the back and said, what about Jesus? And Prabhupada just looked at the man, quite disgusted, couldn't believe he actually stood up and said it. And then he just looked over at this devotee. And that devotee stood up, he did his obeisances on the and even at the beginning of the event, I was stood at the back looking at him with his dunda, and I was thinking, he looks like a gunslinger or something. When he stood up, I thought this man's gonna get real bad. He's gonna get it so bad. When he started to do that Monday, oh, he's having this guy's really well. Anyway, he did have it, and at the end, everyone stood up, give this devotee standing ovation. The next day on the morning walk, Srila Prabhupada said, I want you all to learn how to preach like this devotee. So we all know it. We were there in the early 70s. I think many of you are devotees. Yeah, many of us were made devotees by this person, gave us great faith in Krishna. So let's welcome Prabhati Nandan Luke.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, well, folks, wonderful to see you all last couple of days. As an expression, it's a hard act to follow. So you were just talking about 5 of the 6 devotees who established the yatra. They let themselves out. One time I heard Srila Prabhupada refer to Gurudas says he's a big sweet ball. There were times along the way when I was brahmachari in India. I was having a health problem one time. It was causing soreness to us. I only did a couple of weeks in India. So we weren't all the best looked after brahmacharis. A new adventure was to be in India. I had a problem with it. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know Gurudas very well. And all the people there, I could just tell that he would help me. He'd been in India before. The Gurudas brought me to the doctor. And he paid for it and everything. I was okay, it's brahmachari. I just remember it's just such a time. He mentioned special quality. It's the fact that the 6 devotees established this yatra all has uniquely special qualities. I think warmth and passion, 2 ways to describe things. Don't quite measure up, try to have to start. They want us to be kind of reasonable and everyone talking is happy on me. And so the Bhumade was talking about getting to the town hall. He doesn't know what I look to. It's Prabhupada's lecture. When the man asked the question, Prabhupada this.
and that's this question. So it's great about US. Of course, I hadn't started speaking that. That was what I had a Monday on Street Mood. It wasn't quite the same mood that we thought. I had a complete blank in my mind. I did not know what I was going to say as I walked up the mic. And all I could think of was, Prabhupada is asking you to do it, you have to do something, you have to trust Krishna. And the words came out, probably better, as well as I've ever spoken. And it worked out very nicely because the intelligence came on the spot, as in on demand. So this is something that I thought was said for a couple of minutes just to make one point to everyone is that we have an institution, and an institution is form structure that's built up all this Krishna consciousness movement that is made of innumerable individual devotees. And the wonderful thing about Krishna consciousness is that it's a very personal thing. Each one of us is a very special person. And each one of us has the supreme personality of God, who is the most special person sitting in our heart all the time. Because in the beginning, we're not completely pure at heart. First, we need an external guide. It was actually a manifestation of that supreme person. That's how we appreciate our spiritual master. And devotional service to Lord Krishna is actually a process, a very individual process of spiritual growth, whereby if we take on some responsibility, whatever comes to us, so I have to somehow get sovereign operations, or I have to see to it that the hall is booked for the program, whatever our service to do, there's so many things that come to us. It may be something like that day for me when I had no idea how I could possibly someone step in and substitute for the Prabhupada. And all I could do was trust the super soul to give me the words. They came flowing out of my mouth, and I didn't even know how to. Actually, whenever I speak, it's always been much like that. That was just exceptional to do this happened to me. I remember I just marveled at it afterward. I just felt really humble for the time. I had that feeling getting in it really time. I felt really, really lucky to be here. The British Yatra in the 70s because of the incredibly bright faces. Probably used to say my disciples bright faces, but I never saw such bright faces as the ones who used to dance to go out on the Shwar instead of during this night program. The young ladies and gentlemen of Vaishnavas are so ecstatic. It's this nice, humble service attitude. All over the world, the boys are nice, somehow rather genteel and civilized country like Britain, that you take the Vaishnavas, and they have such nice material qualities. Then when they put up the spiritual life, they're exceptionally pleased. I always felt really pleased with my companionship while I was a baby. My business was to teach at that time. That was my assignment. But I always felt like everybody was simply breaking me down. That my pupils were my teachers all the time. Because they all had such good qualities that I could always take inspiration. So, if there's any bit of advice I can give to the devotee, I would say this: try to take on what you can. As you chant Hare Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna sort of spiritual strength purifies the heart. The more pure we are at heart, the more we can get a little inspiration from within. As we serve our external guide, who's our spiritual master. And the more we expand our responsibility, the more we will make ourselves eligible to receive inspiration from super soul hearts. And ultimately, it's a combination of the external and the internal that expand God. So, and also it's one of the big part of devotees. Just wish you all the best good fortune, expanding the service that will continue to be joyful. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki, and so pure acceptable counsels.